So, here we go. First ever go over Harley Davidson. And the first thing I've noticed is, by Christ, it's shaky. Very comfortable, I'll say that for it. And not a bad bit of poke. Mirrors aren't actually too bad. Well, they wouldn't be once they're adjusted. This is test rides, courtesy of Honda Harley Davidson, which I thought was very nice of them. Completely different bike to what I'm used to, obviously. Anybody who watches the channel will know I've got the GSXR and the ZX6. So as you can see, they're very sparse in comparison. No fairings, which obviously leaves you a bit more susceptible to the wind. But to be honest, I mean, I'm sitting here doing 60 and it's actually quite comfortable. Very city up. This is where we find out how it corners, because as you can probably see, the orange light there, the guy had forgot to fill it with petrol. So me and the guy in the rear view mirror there, don't know whether you can see him, are away down to put petrol in it. But it seems very swishy around the corners. I mean, this is it in top gear, and believe it or not, it's a lot quieter than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot more rattly and bangy, and very comfortable around the corners. Very comfortable, or these ones anyway. This model is the Harley Davidson Iron, which I hadn't actually heard of. It's the entry-level Harley. A very sparkly silver, glittery tank we have here. This is so good in corners for such a, you know, for a cruiser. It's just gliding round, absolutely smooth as silk. Very impressed. It's even got a wee bit of poke out the corner as well. I'm not even sure what engine size this is. I'll add that onto the video later. Let you know what it is. The gear change has taken a wee bit of getting used to as well, because of the positioning of my feet. But it's, yeah, it's very interesting. When you think for the Harley Davidson name, Harley Davidson have always been expected to be quite expensive, and for this to be the same price point as well, basically it's a Yamaha MT-09. Obviously a totally different kind of bike, a cruiser as opposed to more, I suppose, a naked sports. But it's so eager. I don't know whether you hear the engine just pick up with the slightest wee touch of the wrist. And this is in third gear, just booling along at 30 miles an hour. So that's down into second, round the corner. Very grabby when you bring the clutch back. Getting nods off a whole new level of bikers. This is me down at the first for the speed ramps. Self-cancelling indicators as well, which is a new one on me. Once off, once on. Oh my god, I'm getting nodded at by Harley riders. It's all weird. Okay, neutral then. You just stay there. But yeah, as I say, Harley Davidson in Edinburgh. It's our local Thursday night bike meet. It's, you know, a bit of everybody turns up, and they've been kind enough to to bring along 5 bikes, I think it was, 5 or 6, to the Leadburn Inn just outside of Pennycook, which is just where I am now in Pennycook. Just going to go to Tesco's and stick a bit of fuel in. I shall nip in and get the fuel. Indicators are on this side. That would take some getting used to. As are the pegs. It's very wide. So we'll just pull up here. Just knock that off. Was it that one? Yep, there we go. Right, let's see when I've fueled. So, single front disc. As you can see, it's got fork protectors on there. Stop the dust from getting in. LED indicators. And LED rear lights, which are all encapsulated within the indicators themselves. Obviously belt drive. Quite a not a bad looking bike actually. Just noticed the tyres there, Harley Davidson on the tyres. Very retro spoked wheels as well. Huge big exhaust pipes. Not as big as that one, mind. As you can see, which is a, what's that one? A Screaming Eagle. Right, that's fine. Not a particularly fast rider anyway, so which is probably quite surprising considering the bikes I have. Well, not on the road anyway. I enjoy a bit of track stuff. There we go. Spot on. Right, I'll just see you back up there. Having to look where to put my feet for the pegs. Obviously on your own bike it's quite a natural thing, you know exactly where you're putting your feet, but on something that you've never ridden before and nothing like the style of the bike that you normally ride, it's kind of weird. Well, let's just get this out of here. There we go. The feet actually on the pegs. Oh, that's the horn. The horn, not the indicator. Jeez. Anyway, distinct lack of fuel on the way down, so I didn't really want to push it at all. Brakes for a single brake disc, that was sharp. Very surprised at that. Very, very surprised. Obviously we're still in the 30, so just bimble along. Should have Born to Be Wild on in the background or something. So yeah, not bad. Very standard layout, as you can see. You've got trip, horn, your lights, full beam, flash, your left hand indicator on this side and your right hand indicator on that side, along with what looks like hazard lights there, and then your stop, run and start. Better brake for this speed hump. Oof! I thought the back wheel just tightened up a bit there. Getting used to what gears you're in, really. A cruiser boy, scooter boy. Oh, actually, it's a bit bigger than a fucking scooter. Oh. 322 miles. I'm kind of gathering that's from new. Well, I can quite honestly say this has exceeded my expectations. And some of the guys in the bike club are going to have a wee chuckle about that, I think. Because they all know I like me sporty bikes. But for a bike like this, I suppose it is, well, just under 900cc, so it should have some poke to it. I think the only thing I would like as an addition to this is actually a rev counter. Obviously it's not a sports bike, it's a cruiser, but all the same it would be nice to see whereabouts you're sitting in the rev range. Obviously with it not being my bike, not being used to it, it's kind of hard. You get used to the engine noise as to when to change gear. But yeah, it's me just coming into national speed limit now, so yeah, that's good. Not a bad bit of pull with it. Some vibration through the pegs. You know your feet are there, put it that way. But then again, I suppose that's the joy of a Harley, isn't it? Not trying to do sports bike overtakes and I'll keep it within a sensible range. Lovely night for it anyway. But yeah, I'll have to thank the nice people from Harley Davidson for letting us have a wee shot. First ever one I've ridden, so it's been an experience. All of these lovely curves and I'm stuck behind this guy in the Fiesta, eh? Always the case. Right, coming up with a straight up here, so I'll be giving it a little bit to get past him, I think. Obviously, as I said, not my bike, so I'm being ultra careful with it. Here, which I could. That'll be it, hitting the rev limit of them. Obviously, what that mid-range torque is absolutely fantastic. Oh, Maynards. You're not in sports bike country now, boy. But mid-range torque, quite impressed with that. It's moving along. Doesn't actually feel like you're doing national speed limit, shall we say. And even in top gear, just sitting there cruising, it's actually pretty cool. So all in all, there you go, Harley Davidson Iron. Not a bad bike. 7,300 I think the guy said, which not a lot of money I suppose really for what you're getting. The Harley name, just under a 900cc bike, really nice bit of comfort, very positive gear changing, and very positive brakes as well. As I say, for a single disc system, it's very sharp, very nice, and as I said, beautifully smooth ride. Cannot complain at all. Unfortunately, that's me back. Not that I want it to be, but unfortunately it is. So I shall sign off and catch you boys later.